Welcome to the Author's Porch, where every good conversation happens. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride from author to author. We want to give you an experience where you learn and enjoy the conversation. Authors tell you about their journey, you learn about new books, and at the end of the day, you go home with a smile on your face because the Author's Porch is a beacon of light, bringing you home to the family you never knew you had. We hope that you enjoy the show.
An organizer, creator, entrepreneur, baker, that is Elizabeth. Elizabeth is fabulous, and I am proud to call her my friend and sister.
Elizabeth Johnson is an author who has an innovative presence and brings a professional demeanor to deliver a message for all. Excellent author who brings heart and compassion to her work. Her motto is never quit, and it shows.
Elizabeth Johnson is a go-getter, ambitious. She's very intellectual. She's very strong-minded. She is everything that a woman that needs to be to want to be striving to be the best that she can possibly be. And any woman that looks and deals with her would want to look up to her because of the things that she does and has done and has been involved in.
Elizabeth is an amazing woman who is an inspiration, blessed and favored by God. She perseveres through trials and tribulations, keeping her eye on the prize through prayer and thanksgiving.
I'd like to say a few words about Elizabeth Johnson. Elizabeth Johnson, as a person, extraordinary, with great character. As a member of Playtime Multimedia, her presence here is unmatched. I'm thankful for her, and I know that she's just, whatever she's a part of, she just brings a ray of light.
The legacy I hope to leave is a legacy of persistence and dedication. When you put God in the mix of the two, the options you have in life become limitless, and the thought of quitting does not exist. Never give in, pray, and certainly never give up.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2022 Authors Porch and Pulse Magazine Virtual Awards Ceremony. Tonight we will take the time to honor recipients who have exceeded the normal spectrum of authorship and their avenues of artistry. My name is Christy Sassman, your host for tonight's ceremonies. To take precaution without taking away credit from the people who have put in timeless work and effort to be recognized for their efforts, we are broadcasting the ceremony live to protect all participants from COVID. As professionals, we will not allow a pandemic and its effects to stop us from paying honor and respect to this year's recipients. I would like to thank you all for your participation in this year's ceremonies, and I hope that you thoroughly enjoy yourself as much as the recipients have enjoyed putting their time and efforts into the works that are being honored. Before we can begin the presentation, let me take this time to introduce our first speaker. Mr. Khalid Rashid hails from the Houston 3rd Ward and is the CEO of Pulse, the magazine, and for the H magazine. Khalid has background in journalism, music production, and artist and model management. Born to a Black father and an Afro-Latino mother, he continues to embrace his cultural heritage and gives his community a place to thrive in the spotlight with his magazines. Let's welcome Khalid.
How you doing? How you doing? Okay, first of all, I want to thank.
Hi.
How you doing? I appreciate that. I liked how how you introduced everybody. I like that. This is kind of different for a virtual show. Um, and you got the name right at the end, but it's all right. The name is, it's Khalid Rashid.
Yeah.
I just want to deteriorate. Like I said, I'm born and raised Houston, Texas, the old Third Ward. Come on, a biracial background. Like I said, my works coming from as far as the journalism came in high school and it's carried over to now with the magazine publications. From Poster Magazine, now we have Post Latin, and now we got For the H Magazine, which is the Author of the Year will be on there, and everybody else that's going to be other recipients is up in there too. Um, I just want to thank CJ for this opportunity. Um, the Arthur's Porch Company, I want to thank you, Elizabeth, the other people that participated, because I don't know everybody's name. I don't want to say nobody's wrong name. And I just appreciate the time that we took out and got this thing going today to do what we're supposed to do. Um, and like I said, I really don't have too much, word to say because we've been doing this for a while. So I just want to let everybody else, because it's not about me right now. It's about the people that got the awards and the nominations though. So I'll step back and cut my, words short and let everybody else that deserve the rightful honors to go ahead and get the props and the time that they need. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your undying support. It is amazing, and we appreciate what you do for the community. Without further ado, let's go to the part of the evening you've all been waiting for. On to the awards. Our first award will be presented for Cover Designer of the Year. The recipient of this award has embodied the requirements for Cover Designer of the Year, and the winner is Millibard. Millibard is an ambitious team of professionals, cover designers, and with expertise in all book genres. They also specialize in book formatting, logo and branding, and marketing graphics. Since 2015, they offer one of the best terms on the market. Reasonable pricing, quick turnaround, unlimited revisions, no prepayment, high quality. Millibard is more than just a cover design service. They also provide valuable content for the self-published authors on the blog and on social media. They believe that book cover design is one of the most important marketing tools and help authors to get the best out of it. Let's bring on Julia from Millibard. Let's hear from our
Hi.
winner. Hi, Julia.
Hi, everybody. Thank
Hi,
you so much
Julia.
for
How
the
are you?
introduction. I'm great. Thank you. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm stumbling a little, but I'm doing okay. Can you
Yeah,
tell
thank you
us
very much.
more
Yeah,
about your work?
of course. So, actually, you told a lot already. So, we are a team of people passionate about cover design, and we are very much honored to get this award, and it gives us even more motivation to go on and bring value to the author community, and our designers couldn't be happier to get this award. Our legacy is thousands of marketable book covers that help authors achieve their goals and help their books get as much attention as possible.
They're gorgeous. They really are. I seen them in the intro. They're absolutely stunning.
Thank you very much. I just
Can you
wanted to
tell me how
correct
long you've
the
been?
pronunciation. Sorry, I just want to correct the
Go ahead.
pronunciation because you said Millibard and it's Mibelard.
I've been doing that ever since we started this. I'm not pronouncing everything right. Yes, I've done that more than once.
It's okay. I just
Can you
wanted
tell me how long
people
you've
to
been in
know.
business?
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
we've been
glad
in
you did.
business for over 6 years, and I personally have been with
Nice.
Mibelard for 3 years.
Very nice. Very nice. Um, can you tell me what your favorite genre to make covers in, or do you cover all genres?
We have specialists in all genres, but I would say most of our designers love doing fantasy covers. As you can see from our portfolio, most of our covers are fantasy covers,
Mhm.
and yeah, that's probably our most favorite genre.
Yeah. Yeah, they are stunning. They really are. Do you also do content on the
Uh,
the covers for the authors?
no, we don't do content. So authors they send us the title, the back cover copy, and author
Mhm.
name, and sometimes they give ideas to what the cover should look like, and we bring it all to life. So we don't work with content of the book. We don't
Yeah.
work on the content on the book cover. It's all provided by authors. So we only do the design part.
So you do right. Do you guys do pre-mades?
Well,
Do you do
Miblar
pre-made
doesn't do
covers?
pre-mates. We have a sister company, sister brand, Get Pre-mates, that does pre-mates, but we decided to separate and make Mibelard's only custom book cover design company.
Nice. Nice. Yes, they're beautiful. They really are.
Thank you.
When let's see. When do you have a website? Can you tell us about your website and how people can get a hold of you?
Yes, of course. So our website is mabelard.com, and you can find all kinds of information about our services, the rates, the range of services, the portfolio examples, some information about the team. You can see the team members on the website also. And you can see we also have a blog. It's a huge blog with many articles, many useful information for you guys, because we prepare each month we prepare a new article, and we also run a Facebook community, Mibelard Book Cover Design, where you can also see all the updates, all new covers, and also Facebook official page, Mibelard Book Cover Design, to see all the news, maybe some discounts, some special
Nice.
offers. We also offer that. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Julia, and congratulations to all of Milbart.
Mibelard.
And
Mibelard.
thank
Yes.
you for all your beautiful designs you have provided to numerous authors. We do appreciate your contribution to the author world, and you're outstanding, really.
Thank you
Congratulations.
so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, our second award will be presented for the Nonfiction Book of the Year. The recipient of this award has embodied the requirements for Nonfiction Book of the Year, and the winner is Lisa Fine and Mary Shirley. Mary Shirley is a New Zealand qualified lawyer with extensive experience in implementing, evaluating, and monitoring compliance programs for multinational corporations. Currently head of the Culture of Integrity and Compliance Education at Freeness Medical Care in Boston. Mary has a large international footprint, having held global ethics and compliance roles in Singapore, Hong Kong, and Dubai. Mary also spent time working as an investigator for regulators in New Zealand in the areas of data privacy and antitrust. For Mary, compliance is more than just 9 to 5 job. She also co-hosts the Great Women in Compliance podcast with Lisa Fine, and with whom she also is a co-author of Sending the Elevator Back Down. What we've learned from Great Women in Compliance. Lisa Fine is a compliance leader with extensive experience in compliance strategies, including risk management and mitigation, internal investigations, and implementing and growing compliance programs. She is Sir Counsel and Director Compliance for Pearson, the world's leading company, where she supports Pearson's global compliance work, leads investigations, builds trainings, and strategy focusing on ethical decision making. Lisa's prior experience includes her position as Director of Global Compliance at Gateway Group, the parent company of Gate Gourmet, which is the largest independent airline catering company. Where she supported and managed the company's global compliance initiatives, Lisa started her career as a practicing attorney in the public and private sectors, including as a litigator, leading a law firm's Washington, D.C. pro bono practice and working as an advocate for persons with disabilities. Let's hear from Lisa and Mary. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mary. Thank you for being here tonight. Can you tell us a little about what this award means to you?
Do you want to start, Mary, or I can?
Go, you start, Lisa.
Well, I mean, I think.
Yeah, you guys, take her away.
I'll take it away. I think for me, one of the things that most exciting is that this is a larger group or outside of the people we typically will be, our audience within the ethics and compliance field or legally. Our book is about women's experiences that can be pretty universal, but we really enjoyed being able to be recognized by people who may not do what we do, but still the struggles and the triumphs of women in business and in our field. So it really just feels like a recognition of them and a recognition of a sort of a larger world for this.
Absolutely. And
Awesome.
I totally agree with what Lisa was saying. In addition to it being fabulous mainstream recognition, the opportunity for us to further the message of sending the elevator back down, paying it forward is critically important for upcoming generations. And so we thank you for this opportunity to amplify that message and the recognition for the hard work and the quality of the submissions and stories in the book from the women who contributed.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. Really, it does. You guys are amazing. Really. Can't wait to read the book myself. Can you tell us what started it all? What inspired you to really dig down and write this book?
So we were approached by a publishing company that was interested in the podcast that we had. And so the book leverages off the concept of the podcast, which is called Great Women in Compliance. And the idea of that was, at the time, about three and a half almost years ago, we realized that the voices of women seem to be missing in compliance podcasts. And so Lisa and I had zero experience podcasting, but we thought there was a gap that needed to be addressed. And so we have established a platform to showcase the outstanding achievements of women in the field of ethics and compliance. And it's a scalable knowledge sharing opportunity for all. And we're very grateful to have many male allies and listeners, in addition to the Great Women in Compliance that we feature.
Wonderful. Wonderful. How long have you guys been working together?
Well, I guess our podcast just had its 3rd anniversary. So, and I often say that Mary, which is true, was one of my first friends in ethics and compliance. And when I met her, she was just such a dynamic speaker. I decided we would be friends before she knew it. And then over time, we just started talking about different things that we wanted to do and were interested in. And, you know, at an event, it came up, this gap for women's voices. So the podcast for about 3 years, and the book was at the end of 2020. So we've I mean, I often call, you know, partners in compliance or compliance spouses. It's a really good working relationship that I think, at least, I mean, I know we both really value it. I'm speaking on your behalf, Mary. So.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about exactly what the book is? What is the message that you're sending out with this book, so people can understand what compliance is?
Certainly.
What is it in the book that's going to resonate?
So I think the substantive topic of compliance is a little bit pushed to the side in the book, and it really focuses on the relatable concepts of women facing glass elevator experiences in the workplace. And I think regardless of whether you're in compliance or another industry, that's something that we've seen across the board as being a challenge as we look to gender parity in the workplace, whether it be from a pay and compensation perspective, whether it be people being held back because of motherhood or other caretaking duties. The challenges that women face in the workforce are unique compared with our counterparts who are men. And so there is a shared bringing together of some of these challenges and how these women have overcome them to thrive and be successful. And so ultimately the book is about this shared experience that across different countries, cultures, language barriers, or specific industries, these are challenges that women are still facing to this day. And so we focus a little less on the practice of compliance in the book and more on overcoming and surmounting some of the obstacles and stories of triumph, which show the strength of women in compliance, but also
Wonderful.
across all professions.
And I'll just say quickly
So it's
on that.
is it a
So it's a collection of submissions by many different women talking about their
Yeah.
experiences. And within our field, sometimes it can be lonely being a person in an organization talking
Yeah.
about how to make ethical decisions and things that might not be the quickest way to get to certain objectives. So this really, we solicited, each chapter
Right.
talks about a different topic of whether it's diversity, sometimes worst thing that happened to you, the best things, lessons we've learned. We share our views and
Right,
others.
right.
What we do, and it tries to help, you know, make people feel, women particularly, but others, a little bit more, you know, more of a larger community.
Yeah. So in the book, are you giving advice on how to deal with certain types of situations for women then in the workplace?
I mean, I think it's more of a lessons
How to,
learned
how to
kind of thing, or the experience of somebody who can be a very senior person in an organization or very junior. How did they deal with it? What happened? So I think it's lessons that people can take from other people's experiences. so that as opposed to
Right.
here's what
Yeah.
you
That's what,
do
yeah,
and
that's
here's
what I
what you
mean. Yeah.
yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Not so much,
Right. Right.
you get a chance to hear people's viewpoints and feel like, when you have had a day where you think something went horribly wrong, you can read about somebody else who had a different thing that might have gone sort of wrong and turned out well,
Yeah.
or how it feels to be the only woman or the
Right.
woman of
Right.
color in a room.
Right. Right. Yeah. It sounds very informative. I'm looking forward to reading it. Um, Thank you, ladies, and thank you for your amazing book that you've created to highlight women in the workplace, compliance, and the many laughs that you brought to the subject, allowing us to appreciate every moment within the pages.
Thank you
Thank
so
It's
you.
been
much,
nice talking to you.
Andrew.
Our third and final award will be presented for the Author of the Year. The recipient of this award has embodied the requirements for the Author of the Year, and the winner is Elizabeth Johnson. Let's welcome Elizabeth, Director of Marketing.
Hi, Christy. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
So, Elizabeth, oh, yeah, you look wonderful.
Thank you.
Elizabeth is a New York native. Elizabeth Johnson is a breakout author with a very promising writing career ahead of her. Signed with Play T Multimedia Publishing, Elizabeth is introducing her first work of the world of children's books on May 16th of 2021. Her debut title, Just Like My Dad, is co-authored with the already well-established author Tyrell Player. Elizabeth is currently working the Director of Marketing with Playtime Multimedia and Publishing. Elizabeth's resume boasts an Associate's in Science and Early Childhood Education, an Associate of Arts in General Education, and she is currently pursuing her Bachelor of Science in Organization Management. Currently residing in Palm Bay, Florida with her husband and son, Elizabeth spends her spare time baking, watching football, traveling, honing her skills as a photographer, and volunteering in the church and her local community.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
Tell us a bit more about what this award means to you.
Well, this award is amazing. I want to thank everyone that has supported me with this award, CJ and Khalid on giving me this honor. Also, my whole entire team at Playtime Multimedia. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without them and without God and my family. I thank everyone and this award means everything to me.
Well, can you tell us a bit about your book? Tell us about this
Yes.
award-winning book.
Yes, this award-winning book is Just Like My Dad. Just Like My Dad is an amazing book that me and my co-author Tyrell Player is trying to get out into the communities, nationwide, global, into the schools. It's a wonderful and fun book that we're trying to display in the classrooms as well. And we're trying to get this book to where it's in the family, it's in the household. So this book is going to be amazing for years to come.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Have you had any chance to get it into the libraries yet?
Yes, the book is in all of the libraries in Brevard County here in Florida. And I'm spreading abroad, trying to get it into all the local libraries worldwide.
Awesome. Awesome. What inspired you to write it? Tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind the book.
I've always wanted to write a book and do a book. My co-author, Tyrell Player, is based around him and his brother, his twin brother's life. And this book, he basically brought me on the journey with him to help him write this book with his background in psychology and minds in early childhood education. We came together to bring this book out. This book came out on April the 16th, which is my mom's birthday. So that was my gift to her as becoming a published author. And this book has been, is not even a year old, and it's has caught a lot of traction worldwide already.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. So it says you currently the director of marketing with Playtie Multimedia and Publishing.
Multimedia.
Tell us a little bit about that. Yeah, Playtie. I've been having a heck of a time this morning. I'm telling you, it's like I'm tongue-tied.
It's okay. Yes, I started out as an author and then became the director of marketing for Playtie Multimedia, which is an awesome being a part of the executive board. And I do my daily duties every day, making sure that the company is in a spotlight to where we're going global and national on getting the word out for Playtie Multimedia. We're going to be the #1 publishing company in America. So being a part of the executive board and being the director of marketing, we make sure that all of our customers are getting top-notch novels and making sure that the platform that the authors are on is something that they will want to stay on and be able to get the word out through our work and what we do every single day.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you like to do baking and photography. Wow.
Yes. I like baking.
What is your favorite thing to take pictures of?
I would say my favorite thing to take pictures of is I love the beach. I like taking pictures of the beach, the water, the sunset. I also take pictures of myself as well. And that's what I like to do as far as that. But also I do baking as well. I started baking about going on 2 years ago. I started baking. So that's kind of one of the things, another outlet that I have besides writing books as well.
Do you do it professionally or just privately for yourself, or?
I just do it for fun.
The photography and the baking.
Yeah, I just do it for fun. It's something that I like to do. I'm always in the kitchen trying to create new things. So yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to bake?
My favorite thing to bake is I love to bake a carrot cake because it's interesting. It has a lot of detail to it. So the carrot cake is one of my favorites.
Yeah. That is one of my favorites too. I have to tell you.
Yes.
I like carrot cake.
Yes.
Very well. Yes. Okay. So Elizabeth, I want to thank you. We truly appreciate your hustle, smile, and amazing attitude towards the author world. You are the embody of the spirit of the great authors, and you truly do deserve this award. You're a wonderful person. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, oh, look at that. This concludes our ceremony, but we would like to remiss if we didn't recognize a few people who, without them, we wouldn't be able to be here. Let's bring on Kahad and CJ.
Oh, Khalid, we can't see you. It looks like he locked up.
Yeah,
there he
Khalid.
There we go. What?
I'm
She said collide.
right one of these days.
She said collide, so I was like, "What is going on?"
Poor Christy, she's had a hard time with words
I have been
today.
messing it up. Khalid. Khalid. There,
I was like,
Khalid.
"What is it?"
Oh, Christy, you have done a fantastic job. We're just
Yeah.
You were
messing with
supposed
you
to
because
spell it out for me, remember?
I know she did. She asked me, she said, "Can you spell out the name?" And you know what? I was doing so that's my fault. I
It's
failed
all
you,
right.
Christy. I threw you to the wolves and just said, "Here, handle it." But you have done a fantastic job at recognizing our award winners. And you know what? There's another person behind the scenes that y'all didn't even know is doing so much. Paul Landry from Playtime Multimedia. I need to give him a big shout out because Paul was working on our script. Paul has been in our chat box all week. Paul has been working his butt off, and he's not on the screen here with us, but he's monitoring all these different chats over here. And I've got another chat doing this, and another chat doing that. And Paul is like, okay, I'm over here, I'm over here, and I'm over here, and I'm over here. So Paul's working his butt off behind the screens, but we just been putting a lot of stuff together. Khalid, you got a copy of that magazine? Can we see it?
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Okay. I'm gonna take it out the plastic.
Yeah, it's a little shiny.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we
you're in the
go.
sun.
Oh man, no. Here we go.
Look who's on the front. Miss Elizabeth herself.
Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
You know, look.
Mhm.
Yes. So
Yes,
the
Miss
partnership.
Elizabeth.
Yeah. So Khalid did this last year as well. He did some literary awards, and in 2020, he bestowed upon me author of the year, and I about fell out of my chair. What? Huh? What? No way. So when it came this year, and I had just started the author's porch in 2020 in November.
Yeah.
And he told me about the award. I was like, wow. So I had been doing the author's porch for a year, and I went to Khalid and I said, can I sponsor the award, the literary awards this year? And I want to beef them up and do a couple more. And he says, yeah, I think that would be great because you've been working this whole year at building this platform to promote authors and find them a space to do all this stuff. So we worked together to create these 3 awards. And I tell you, I have loved working in this space. I've had a great time partnering with Khalid because Khalid gives out so many different awards for people because he recognizes amazing people in his community there in Houston. And now with these literary world awards, people all over the world. Mibelart is out of Ukraine.
I seen that.
Yeah, and I didn't discover them because obviously they've been around longer than I've been writing books. So I didn't discover them. I discovered them for myself. And now my book covers, 90% of my book covers are through Mibelart. And then I found out about sending the elevator back down with Mary Shirley and Lisa Fine because of Gwen. And Gwen actually was someone who was on one of my blog posts. So, and then Elizabeth came on my show, and it was just like this whole roller coaster ride. And I'm like, wow. So I love the collaborations that having the author's porch brings. And I learned about Khalid before I even had the author's porch through another mutual friend when I was living up in San Antonio. So I think it's fantastic. Khalid, do you have the other pages where Mibelart and Mary Shirley and Lisa Fine are in the magazine?
Okay,
if we could just show them a little picture of their pages. They're sending the elevator back down. The nonfiction book of the year. Yes, it's so pretty inside that magazine there.
Okay, let me see. Who else was it that was in here?
Mibelart was on the same page if you just go a little bit further down.
Okay. Let me do it.
Yeah, and there's Mibelart down there at the bottom. Yeah, it's super cool. So they're in that they're in For the H magazine out of Houston, and Elizabeth was graced the cover of that magazine.
But I think they company's in here. Let me find that page.
Playtime Multimedia is in there as well. Yes.
Yeah, let me find that page while we on here. I know we're on a certain time, so let me look. Let me try to do it. I don't want to.
No, we're actually running early. Like I had everything down to the minute, and Christy ran through it. Like boom, boom, boom.
Okay, here you are. Okay, we're gonna do this for you. This is you.
Oh, hey, the author's porch.
Stumbling along.
Okay, here's the art. It's the light. It's the lightning. I'm sorry. The artist porch. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we gonna go. They in here. Where's she at? I should have looked at the table of contents.
That's okay, because one of the things that the Author's Porch does, and what we did with these awards, is we made sure that we created a collaboration that allowed for what these authors do, and what Mibelart, the cover designer, does, is to touch more people than like Mary Shirley and Lisa Fine talked about earlier. They said that normally they only touch people within the compliance world, but this award and this opportunity gave them the ability to touch people outside of that world, right? So we wanted to make sure that with this collaboration, we were touching more people outside of the world that we normally are in, because that's important, because you never get to see things outside of where you're always at, right?
Yeah.
You got Playtie there?
No, here, where they are. Where they are. What are they? Yeah, here they are. Here they are.
Yeah, there's Playtime Multimedia,
Yeah.
Multimedia and Publishing,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
like my dad there.
Yeah, here they are. I'm trying to get it. It's the sun. I'm trying to get it. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's okay, because we're going to put in the comments of the YouTube and the Facebook videos, we're going to put the link where everyone can go and buy a copy of their magazine, of this magazine, if they want a copy. My copy's on the way. That's why I don't have mine.
Yeah.
And we're also, I would like to announce that all of the award winners will also be featured in the April. This is the January copy.
Oh, y'all got January's too. I got mine. Yeah. I'm with you.
You got that too?
Yeah, I got it.
This is the January copy of the Author's Porch magazine
Yeah.
that Elizabeth and Tyrell graced. And the April issue, all of the award winners will be featured in the April issue of the Author's Porch magazine. So each of you will have a page in the April's issue of the Author's Porch magazine as well. And on top of, and Pulse magazine will be in there, of course, because I appreciate the collaboration. And this will now be an annual collaboration that myself and Khalid will do to support these three categories, to make sure that we continue these awards each year. And we want to make sure that we honor people for the things that they do. It's very important that people get rewarded for what they do. They put the hard work in. So if you are looking for places to do awards, I just want to give a shout out to Books That Make You and the Book Fest, because they're currently running their awards. If you want to submit for awards, they have multiple categories. They're Webby Award winners, multiple years. They've won Webby Awards. So if you head over to thebookfest.com, they're currently accepting award nominations over there, so you can go and submit for an award. Their next book fest is in April, so you can go and submit. I've submitted one of my books for an award. Hopefully it's the one I wrote with my nephew. And also, if you are an author who is looking to get published, please consider Playtime Multimedia and Publishing. Get a hold of Elizabeth Johnson, the Director of Marketing, because you never know. You may have that book that deserves to be published, and Playtime Multimedia and Publishing could be your publishing house. But I've talked the entire time. It's Khalid's turn. What do you have?
Well, I
had to be quiet for the whole 30 minutes.
I mean, all that I really have. No, I mean, like I said, I appreciate it. I look forward to more future endeavors with you. Like I said, every time I talk to you, is genuine. This is just, I just love seeing this, because this shows how really social media network is really supposed to be. When it's very rare that you find people, since it's the computer, it's in a laptop or a tablet, but when you really meet people that's genuine, show care and concern. I saw social media, we talk, it's like good friends. It's like nothing ever picked, like it's a spark, it's a continuous thing. I like how you presented these awards. This is about the first time that I've ever experience something like this. So I look forward to something like this continue to go on. I'm glad that we over in Ukraine. I mean, I got a lot to tell when I get out the phone. Like, man, we made it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thank Elizabeth for giving me the and mentioning my name in her declaration from getting for her day in the city. So I definitely appreciate that. I know she said she's going to send some documentation out to us, but even if she don't, it was the point being that I was able to get recognized, you know what I'm saying, for, amongst my peers and things like that, though. I also appreciate it. I got the article. I got it right here, Elizabeth. I'm gonna go ahead and let me do it. I
Your
want
newspaper article?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I got
yeah,
mine over
yeah, I
here.
got, yeah. I want to go ahead and do it. So we right here. Yep. Here it is right here. We got the awards. Here
Yes.
it is. So yeah, I thank you for that. Putting that in there. We in the paper. So I mean, I appreciate everybody's collaboration. Those people that I just met for the first time, and the different stories. I just think these stories need to be told and pushed out. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I like the concept of women's book because the narrative of women, like I said, it just really need to be explained. And you know, because what TV and social media portrays, it's really kind of sad. So I'm glad they stepped up and used their voice and their platform. And also the woman that does the cover work and the designs, I'm glad she
Julia.
does that too. Yeah. So I'm glad that she done that. And like you said, and the people that was behind the scenes, Paul, I'm glad that you tapped in and did what you was supposed to do behind the scenes. And I'm glad for you, Christy, too, for sticking in there, pronouncing it, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. It wasn't like Wheel of Fortune when you can buy a vowel or you know what I'm saying, or a consonant. But I mean, you did good. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that you did what you were supposed to do. And this
Well,
is I
thank
look
you,
forward to
Khalid.
doing this
I
again.
appreciate it.
Oh, it's no problem. I look forward to this again, man. So I mean, this made my day. So I appreciate everybody to pay attention, apart behind the scenes, and that was there. Though I thank you, everybody, and see you. Enjoy the rest of your day, many more, or whatever they say. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Well, Christy, back over to you. We've
Yeah.
you get complete on here, and we just started yabbering. You know, we just take
Well,
over the show. We can't help ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Khalid. We appreciate everything that you've done. We really do. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to come back each week where we bring you conversations that matter and highlight authors at every level in their career. Like CJ always says, until next time, my friends, I'm Christy Sassman. Have a great evening. Goodbye.